If you want to produce grip in the soft sand, you need to lower your tyre pressures. Stefan Onra says when a tyre gets to soft sand, the bigger its surface area on the ground, the less it digs itself in, the faster you can go. To increase the surface area of the tyre, the drivers have to reduce the tyre pressure. But how do you do that in the middle of a stage? Well, there are differing techniques, depending on whether you're two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Stefan Onra says, with this button I can activate the compressor that fills an air tank, and then with two levers I can either increase the pressure in the tyres or decrease the pressure in the tyres without even leaving the cockpit. Turning to the left puts the pressure up, turning to the right drops the pressure. Two-wheel drive vehicles are allowed to use this automatic system, but the four-wheel drive vehicles have to do it manually. And that involves the crew getting out into the sand. In Volkswagen's case, says Michel Perrin, Carlos Sainz's co-driver, we've got a table that shows us the deflation time for each tyre pressure level. So we open the valve with a little stick on here, and we wait, checking our watch till the pressure gets down to the right level. And then to inflate it, we've got a compressor and an airline, and it's got a little valve on that tells us with the gauge exactly what the pressure is. So just like when you are at the petrol station with your car, you can feed air in until you get the right pressure. But Mitsubishi have not used the automatic system for several years. They have, however, got an automatic deflation meter that tells them exactly when the tyre is at the right pressure. To deflate the tyre, the co-driver gets out, punches in the pressure he wants into the little box, like 1.8 bar for instance, then he pushes the bar onto the valve and the system allows the air out until the correct pressure is achieved, saving time and perhaps shoveling effort on the next sand dune. Today's short loop around Neymar was a day where most of the major team members would be playing safe, and that opened the playing field for someone else. And that someone else, scoring his first career Dakar win, was the driver from Qatar, Nasser Al Attiyah. His BMW X-Raid has been up in the top order throughout this African trek. The stage, he said, really suited the BMW. Despite suffering from a heavy fever for the last few days, he pushed as hard as he could. He currently lies fourth overall, 30 minutes behind Jean-Louis Schlesser, and he's claimed his first stage win. And something of a record here, Hiroshi Masuoka got through trouble-free, the first stage on the event where he hasn't had at least some kind of a problem. Just 28 seconds behind the winner, caught his teammates on the stage and sat behind them to the end, or he might have won it. And so too might Mark Miller, third today and really giving it the gun. He's BMW's top runner at the moment, pushing very hard. He currently lies fifth overall. For Stefan Peter-Hansel, fourth on the stage, like his teammates, making sure there were no errors, no mechanical carnage. Towards the end, he caught Luc Alphand, sat behind him and just paced himself. Well, if the Mitsubishis were able to pace themselves, that certainly wasn't going to be the case for Carlos Sainz. With a lot of time to make up after yesterday's timing chain failure, he arrived at the bivouac around 10 p.m. and a probably restless night left him fired up for the job in hand. Fifth on today's stage, he still lies in 10th place overall. Between here and Dakar, as everyone knows, an awful lot can change. Luc Alphand sixth on today's stage, just 2 minutes 48 seconds slower than Al Attiyah, and that was after taking things easy. After he passed Jean-Louis Schlesser, wasn't able to make up any more time, he said. I need some more straights, said Schlesser. Co-driver Arnaud Debon says these long corners are good. It's not too sandy either. But Schlesser needed a little bit more space to really open the buggy up. Not the perfect conditions, he said, today to be able to win a stage with a two-wheel drive car. Behind him in 8th place today, losing about a minute and a half with a navigational error, Danny Roma happy to get through the stage with no problems. And the second BMW in the top order, Jutta Kleinschmidt. Before the start of the Dakar, she said, all we need is just a little bit of luck. So far, they've barely had a grain of it. But after 40 kilometres into the stage, the bad luck afflicted Carlos Sousa, the Portuguese, stuck at the side of the piste with a broken transmission. The crew forced to put into practice all their mechanical skills, removing the rear drive shafts from the differential and going into two-wheel drive.
I fixed only with two-wheel drives in the front. We broke it's broke in the kilometer 4 or 5. It's not a good day, and now we go two-wheel drives. But I think it's not difficult the stage today, so we must stay happy because tonight I want to dinner in the bivouac.
Well, he's very lucky indeed there were no dunes today. Front-wheel drive through the dunes, nobody's idea of fun. Robbie Gordon was having a great stage, tied with Alataya at the first passage control. He was on the hunt for another stage win, but then tragedy, he ran out of fuel 40 k's from the end, had to borrow it from 2 motorcycles to get to the finish, and then from 4 more even to make the bivouac. But outside of our top 10, what was going on? Well, Stefan Onraad, who showed us how they inflate and deflate the dunes, probably won't need to use that system again, but it was another good day for the Belgian with his Olympic swimming co-driver. She's really getting into the swing of things now. She'll need to. Lots of navigation in store. For Pascal Thomas, 11th overall yesterday. Today ended at the side of the track, waiting for a tow. Gearbox failure puts him out of the 2007 Formiliash Dakar. We've broken our last gearbox, he said, so now we've got no choice but to withdraw. Well, everybody's loss is somebody's gain. Now 11th overall is the top privateer, Bernard Arandonea, in his distinctive buggy. And another buggy, 14th overall, Sergei Shmakov. The Russian's been in the top 10, and some of the stage times through Mauritania really pushing hard. 4 times a bike winner, Eddie Orioli. His Isuzu pickup lies in 16th place overall, though the team have lost World Rally star Marco Allen several days ago. Another BMW going strongly. Jose Luis Monterdi was in a top 10 position until trouble in Dakar last year. He finished 24th. He's running 17th at the moment. And the first of 23 bowlers on the entry is Nicolas Guibon, the Frenchman. He's the top one of 14 of the British-built cars still remaining. And our T2 leader in his Toyota is Yun Mitsuhashi. And as the desert starts to give way to the savannah, by the time we take up racing action once more, we will be heading into the trees and the grass and the pistes on the roads to Dakar. So his first career stage win, Nasser Al-Attiyah, taking it with the very last, perhaps, of the sand ahead of Hiroshi Masuoka. But look how close those gaps were, testament to how it wasn't such a tough stage, perhaps. Peter Hansel still leads by less than 10 from his teammate Alphonse.
I try continue same pace, you know, because it's very important for me reach Dakar, you know, and because last 2 years, you know, we retired, and for me, and I need more experience, you know, because it will be good for me.
It wasn't such a difficult stage, just twisting in the sand, but it was physically demanding, lots of work, and I mean, we went as fast as we could go. It got rough after one of the CPs, and we had to take it easy a little bit, and probably lost the stage in that little area, but so far so good.
For the first time we got some tracks into the savannah, said Stefan Peter Hansel, some holes, white grass, some hidden tree stumps, so we had to be careful. Loop stages are less exciting perhaps than normal ones that take us from one place to another, so from a geographical point of view we remain in the same place, and that's a little bit boring.
Géographiquement, on reste au même endroit, c'est un peu plus ennuyeux.